Romance Unscripted Podcast, brought to you by Bishoni Media.
Janet and Roger sat together in their cozy living room, with a stack of books and notes spread out on the coffee table. Janet, a passionate student of cultural anthropology, had been sharing her insights about various cultures with Roger. Today, the focus was on Hinduism, a topic Roger had become intrigued by during his studies. "All right, Roger. Let's dive into Hinduism," Janet began. "It's a fascinating religion with a rich tapestry of beliefs and practices." Roger nodded, eager to learn. "I've read that Hinduism seems polytheistic, with many gods and goddesses, but also that it's actually monotheistic. Can you explain that?" Janet smiled. "Yes, Hinduism can seem a bit complex from the outside. The key to understanding it lies in the concept of Brahman. Brahman is the ultimate, unchanging reality, which is beyond our ordinary perception. All the gods and goddesses, like Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva, are seen as manifestations of this single, underlying divine reality. So, in essence, Hinduism is monotheistic because all these deities are just different aspects of Brahman." Roger furrowed his brow. "Okay, so the gods are like different expressions of the same divine essence. What about the vegetarian diet I've heard about? How does that fit in?" "That's related to the principle of ahimsa," Janet explained. Ahimsa means non-violence and compassion towards all living beings. Many Hindus practice vegetarianism as a way to live in harmony with this principle, avoiding harm to animals and promoting kindness. Roger looked thoughtful. "I get that, but I'm a bit confused. If Hinduism promotes such values of compassion and non-violence, why do you think some people, including your own family, might still hold racist views?" Janet's face became more serious. "That's a great question. Unfortunately, values and beliefs don't always align perfectly with people's actions. Racism and prejudice can exist in any culture or religion, often due to a mix of ignorance, social conditioning, or personal biases. It's important to remember that racism isn't inherently linked to Hinduism or any specific religion. It's a social issue that transcends religious boundaries." Roger sighed. "So, it's not that the religion itself is at fault, but rather how people interpret or fail to live up to its ideals." "Exactly," Janet said. "Hinduism, like many religions, teaches compassion and understanding, but human beings often struggle with these ideals in practice. Just because a religion teaches certain values doesn't mean everyone who identifies with that religion will always embody those values." Roger nodded slowly. "I see. So, the key is to focus on the positive teachings and work towards understanding and empathy, rather than letting the negative behaviors of some individuals color our view of an entire religion or culture." "Yes, that's a good way to put it," Janet agreed. "It's about recognizing the core values of a belief system and striving to live by them, while also being aware that people's actions can sometimes fall short." They continued discussing various aspects of Hinduism, from its rich array of rituals and festivals to the philosophical underpinnings of karma and dharma. Janet's explanations helped Roger gain a deeper appreciation for the complexity and beauty of Hindu beliefs, and also provided him with a more nuanced understanding of how cultural and individual biases can distort the core principles of any system. As they wrapped up their discussion, Roger felt a newfound respect for the religion and a clearer perspective on how to address prejudices in a more informed and empathetic manner. Janet's patient explanations had not only illuminated Hinduism but also helped bridge a gap in Roger's understanding of how cultural values and human imperfections intertwine.